I'm from Botswana Investment and Trade Center, housed at the Botswana High Commission, mostly known as Embassy of Botswana in the United Kingdom. I am here representing the High Commissioner, Mr. Shimanike Alotswe. I'm greatly honored to be a part of this event. The UK Africa Trade Expo is a significant platform that brings together key stakeholders from Africa and the UK, creating unique opportunities for meaningful dialogue on trade, investment, and sustainable development. The UK Trade Expo serves as a vital forum for connecting African countries with the UK, facilitating the exchange of ideas, fostering partnerships, and identifying opportunities for economic collaboration. By bringing together policymakers, business leaders, investors, as well as any form of collaborators, the Expo plays a crucial role in shaping the future of UK-Africa trade relations and driving initiatives, as well as contributing to economic growth and sustainable development across the continent. This is me being the High Commissioner now, I would like to take this opportunity to express my deep appreciation to the organizers for bringing together in a single room, Africa. Your commitment to providing this platform is invaluable in fostering connections and highlighting the abundant opportunities that exist within our continent. We are truly grateful for your partnership and continued support in promoting our continent. The Expo highlights Africa's diverse economic potential and strength, and strengthens ties between the UK and Africa nations, paving a way for a deeper cooperation and mutual prosperity. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the theme today is driving economic growth through connectivity, innovation, and collaboration. And this is a framework for unlocking Africa's trade potential. Now, looking at the importance of intra-Africa trade. Intra-Africa trade has a significant potential to drive economic growth and sustainable development across the continent. Currently, intra-Africa trade remains relatively low compared to other regions, indicating substantial room for growth. I repeat, indicating substantial room for growth. Improving trade within the continent can strengthen regional economies and make Africa a more attractive trading partner to the United Kingdom. Now, what is the role of African Continental Free Trade Area in this discussion? The AfCTFA is a landmark initiative aiming to create the largest free trade area in the world, with over 1.3 billion people. It presents an opportunity to reduce tariffs, eliminate trade barriers, and establish a single, thereby boosting intra-Africa trade and Africa trade relations with the United Kingdom. We can, as Africa, strengthen regional trade through the AfCTFA, which is a game changer on its own, with its goal of creating a single market for goods and services. Boosting intra-African trade can lead to economic diversification, industrialization, and sustainable development. The UK can support this initiative in many ways, through investment in infrastructure, trade facilitation, as well as policy development. As we, African countries, should work towards harmonizing trade policies and standards for the UK to collaborate with the African government to help harmonize trade regulations and standards, making it easy for goods, services to move across borders and reducing non-tariff barriers. UK Africa Trade Agreements, Economic Partnerships, EPAs. The UK has EPAs with various African countries or even African regional blocs, which were initially negotiated when the UK was part of the European Union. After the Brexit, the UK worked to replicate these agreements to ensure continued trade with African countries. We must take this opportunity. Examples of those EPAs and agreements are within the Southern Africa Customs Union, SACU, Mozambique and the Eastern Bloc, Southern Africa Group, and many more. The UK SACU and Mozambique Economic Partnership Agreement was established to ensure continuity in trade relations after the UK's exit from the EU. SACU includes a couple of countries, Botswana, South Africa, Lesotho, Eswatini, and Namibia. Making Botswana, I'll give an example or scenario about my country, Botswana. Making Botswana a key participant in the agreement. This EPA allows duty-free and quota-free access for Botswana's exports to the UK, covering a wide range of goods, including agricultural products, textiles, and minerals. Maybe to share with you just a bit of highlight is that as Botswana, we're one of the countries mostly known for diamonds, but yes, we also do agriculture. We are a beef producer. Those that know, if you've eaten or tasted our beef, you'll never eat beef anywhere in the world. So that's one of the goods that we export to the UK and Europe. As we drive our economic growth through connectivity, infrastructure development to facilitate trade, trade relies on efficient infrastructure. We all know that. Investment in transportation networks, including roads, rails, ports, and airports, is needed to improve our African trade efficiency with the world, with the United Kingdom. I'll also refer back to Botswana. I'm sorry, as the Director of Ceremony has announced, I'll keep on putting in some of my presentation. The Kazungula Bridge. There is a bridge that was newly launched. It's not a Botswana bridge, it is a corridor that accommodates 4 countries. It's called the Kazungula Bridge Corridor. It's a prime example of how infrastructure development can transform trade dynamics and strengthen economic ties within Africa and with external partners. One of the key projects to improve trade connectivity in Southern Africa is this particular bridge, the Kazungula Bridge, which was launched as a strategic corridor connecting Botswana and Zambia with access to Zimbabwe and Namibia. The Kazungula Bridge spans the Zambezi River and facilitates smoother and more efficient movement of goods and people across the region. People cross from Zambia to come to Botswana, buy their goods, and then cross in the evening. They used to cross with a ferry, so you can imagine the time that has been cut. It's very efficient for trade. We get trucks that goes to DRC, go through that bridge. So there's a lot of intra-trade within just that area. This is by linking Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Namibia. The bridge significantly reduces transit times and trade costs, making it easier for these countries to access regional and international markets. It also helps to ease the congestion at border points, particularly at the Beit Bridge crossing between Zimbabwe and South Africa, providing an alternative route that boosts trade efficiency. Boosting intra-regional trade, the Kazungula Corridor is vital to the North-South Corridor, which aims to integrate transportation networks across the Southern African Development Community, SADC. This integration enhances trade routes from ports in South Africa to inland countries like Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and beyond. logistics and infrastructure upgrades. Alongside the bridge, there are ongoing efforts to upgrade roads, border facilities, and logistics infrastructure in the region to complement the Kazungula corridor. These improvements aim to make cross-border trade faster and more seamless, further supporting economic growth in Southern Africa. Now I'll share with you the impacts on regional trade and investment. By enhancing connectivity, this bridge and other related infrastructure projects are expected to attract, if not, they've started attracting rather investment like in sectors such as agriculture, mining, manufacturing, as well as facilitating trade, not just within Africa, but also with international partners like the United Kingdom. Digital infrastructure and e-commerce. Expanding the digital connectivity across Africa can unlock new trade opportunities. The UK can help, and we should leverage on these opportunities as Africa. The UK can help develop digital trade solutions and e-commerce platforms that make it easier for African businesses to access regional and global markets. The trade relationship, between the UK and Africa has a long history, evolving over time from the colonial trade or more trade agreements and partnerships. Key concepts and agreements that shape UK trade include historical ties, a focus on economic diversification and sustainable development goals, SDGs. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to reinforce the theme of connectivity, innovation, and collaboration as the foundation for driving economic growth and sustainable development in Africa. These pillars are essential for unlocking the continent, potential strengthening regional integration, and expanding partnership opportunities within the UK. With this being said, let us demonstrate today that we can create a more prosperous future for all by improving connectivity, fostering innovation, and embracing collaboration as Africa. This approach enhances intra-Africa trade and will build strong mutual beneficial relationship with global partners. I am very optimistic about the future of intra-Africa trade and the growing partnerships between Africa and the UK. Africa, if we work together, we can pave the way for a sustainable and prosperous future that benefits our economies, communities, and generations. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you.